This video is brought to you by
Cool green clothing coming straight up out of that DMV. You know what it is. This that Baltimore designer right here. Come on now. Come and show some love and show some support. Go online right now. CoolGreenClothing.com and make your purchase. Oh yeah, by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, definitely share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. No matter what walk of life you come from, your skin color or age, one thing that for centuries have brought even the strongest men to their knees is our love for women. Even since the beginning of time with Adam and Eve, women have a way of persuading most men to do things they wouldn't normally do, or bringing us out of character to do something we know that's not right. When you are a young man growing up and you find your little first love, no matter how the relationship goes, good or bad, it leaves you wanting to feel that feeling again. A woman's touch and love. As we get older, after multiple experiences dealing with the opposite sex, we start to realize everything with a pretty face and nice body is not credible. Like the old saying goes, everything that glitters is not gold. Some of us mature, get tired of playing the field, and find that one woman to build a lifelong bond with. Whether it's through the courts and marriage, or for some that don't believe in that, a life partner with a spiritual connection. But before we settle down, most men, just like women, have been hurt, emotionally scarred, and sometimes finessed by the opposite sex. When you really think about it, the dating life brings a lot of dangers because you never know who you are dealing with, what their real intentions or motives are, because at first it's all a blur. Some people get lucky and find someone on the exact same type of time they are on. But in some situations, people could be cold, calculated, and cruddy, reeling you in over time just to get you vulnerable enough to let your guard down. And when you trust the wrong person, the outcome could be fatal. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be taking it all the way back to 2014 to discuss a case of a man lured to a spot by a woman he trusted just to be slayed by her boyfriend. Back in 2014, Nelson Decora was a 26-year-old man navigating life in Baltimore. Nelson had built a decent situation for himself. Originally of African descent, he came to the States for a better education and to find a career, in which he would accomplish by becoming a registered nurse and having his own place in Owens Mills, Baltimore County. Being a single man, the only thing that was missing from Nelson's life was the companionship of a young lady. But that would change soon when he met 31-year-old Nicole Washington. Their relationship wasn't anything serious. The two just often linked up to have adult fun, more like friends with benefits. But after building a connection and multiple dealings with Nicole, she would earn Nelson's trust. But little did he know, the woman was also dealing with another man, 28-year-old Kenneth Carter. Kenneth and Nicole had a prior situation where they both got jammed up on drug charges. She would get out on her own recon, but Kenneth would get a bail. It was a low bail, but they had no money to get the man out. Nicole went to a local bail's bondsman and offered adult favors so that Kenneth could be released, in which the bail's bondman accepted. But he let it be known the couple still would have a balance of $150, in which they needed to pay by the 4th of July, 2014. After both Nicole and Kenneth was free, they kept willing and dealing, but wasn't able to come up with the money. Scared Kenneth's bail would be revoked, on July 3rd, one day before they were set to take the money to the bondsman, the two came up with a plan. Nicole told Kenneth about a guy she met that always had a few dollars on him, referring to Nelson. She claimed it would be an easy lick and that they should rob the man. She called Nelson around 10 p.m., asking what he was up to. The man stated nothing much, and Nicole told him she was at a home in the 1300 block of North Patterson Park Avenue, and he should come through. At first, Nelson respectfully declined, claiming he was good, but Nicole then let it be known that the trip would be worth it, letting the man know they could do whatever. Against his better judgment, Nelson took the bait. He told her he would start heading her way. She stated okay, text me when you get close. Unaware of the couple's plot, Kenneth and Nicole started putting their plan in motion, only having a knife and metal spikes. They felt it would be enough for Nelson to get scared and kick the money out. About 11:30 p.m., Nelson texted Nicole and told her he was close by. As he pulled up to the house, she stepped outside, giving him the notion that everything was cool. He got out the whip and walked to the house. As soon as he got inside, Kenneth popped out the cut with a knife in his hand. Nelson, not being scared, decided he would try to fight the man off. A struggle started. As glass broke and loud noises came from the house, a concerned neighbor called BPD. They responded to the home shortly after midnight, now on the 4th of July, to find the front door cracked with blood on it, broken glass from the window, and as they entered, they saw Nelson barely conscious, suffering from multiple stab wounds. He was rushed to a local hospital, where he unfortunately wouldn't survive his injuries after being cut over 68 times. Back at the home, Nicole or Kenneth wasn't nowhere to be found, but BPD located a cell phone that was sitting by the kitchen sink that belonged to Nicole. It revealed the whole play, text messages and calls that showed Nicole contacting Nelson, telling him to pull up. A few days after the incident, both Nicole and Kenneth were picked up and taken into custody. In interrogation, Kenneth broke fast and explained everything from needing $150 to pay the Bells bombing to the robbery plot on Nelson. He stated the man was Nicole's friend and somebody she used to deal with, and once he came to the house, Nelson attempted to fight him off and Nicole. Kenneth stated they both took turns slicing the man before fleeing the scene. With that confession, both Nicole and Kenneth were taken into custody, charged with conspiracy to commit a hit, conspiracy to commit a robbery, first-degree hit, and other charges. Nelson's family let it be known he was a good man who probably would have given the couple the money. Their religion believed in reincarnation, and they stated that's exactly what his last name means, to come back to life. As the case started making its way to trial, it was argued that Nicole never admitted to doing anything. She acknowledged that she knew Nelson, but that was it. Kenneth copped out and pled guilty to all charges. He was sentenced to life, all suspended for 40 years. Nicole's first court appearance ended in a mistrial, as the jury wasn't able to reach a verdict or determine if she helped Kenneth with the attack or not. She would appear in front of a court again for a retrial. This time, Nicole was found guilty of the lesser charges of second-degree hit and attempted robbery, and sentenced to 20 years in prison in 2017. A year ago, she requested a sentence reduction, but as of now, both Kenneth and Nicole both remain serving time. Rest in peace to Nelson. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. It's crazy. The couple was trying to stay out of jail just to pull a move to send them both to prison on charges a lot more serious than a petty drug charge. Nelson, unfortunately, did what a lot of us men do. Thought with his little man's instead of his head. He told her no at first because he probably felt something was off. But most men can't turn down the urge to smash something, especially when it's offered that easy. And that can be our downfall. It seemed Nicole was trying to be a rider, smashing Bells, bondsmen, robbing whatever to get Kenneth to stay free. But the plan backfired and he didn't have the same loyalty to her. I'm going to leave this one open for discussion. Let me know what y'all think about the situation in the comments. Yeah, man, crazy situation. Rest in peace, that man. But I ain't going to talk too much more about this one. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This another episode of the Baltimore Way. This your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.